Hi Neil, how are you?
I'm great, Javi. How are you doing?
Very well here in my driveway, not driving much. It's been a really weird time, and by now I already made my own mask. I already made a few projects at home, but I get out and I go to another Kia event. I'm wearing my Kia t-shirt from Seltos in San Antonio, which was the last event we went to, so at least I have that for now. How are you?
Yeah, well, I've got my Kia hat on, and I've got my little Sorrento here over my shoulder. Probably too small to see on screen, but I'm happy to join you. This is really great. I love the inventive ways we're finding to connect nowadays.
Yeah, I know it's very challenging, but we have to do something, right?
Exactly.
And I guess for car companies, it's I don't know, as tough as for us on the media side, because obviously we both depend on each other, and you can send so many emails and so many videos and stuff, but there's nothing to like sit in a car, talk to the engineer, to the designer. So how are things going in that respect for Kia?
Well, it's funny. We're looking at developing programming like that because our jobs it's meeting you guys and seeing you, and we're trying to find ways to do that. So at the same token, we're looking at innovative ways to get you into vehicles, to do product launches and the rest of it. And I say that understanding there's a lot of people around the world suffering. We happen to be, you and I am assuming, and a lot of others I know happen to be fortunate enough to be healthy, and the people we know healthy. Frank Washington, journalist we both know,
Yeah, our colleague from Detroit.
was really sick, and Davis Adams from Honda also. I think he had 104th fever for about 13 days. He was extremely ill. So it has touched us.
Wow, I didn't know about him.
Once again, both of them on the mend. Really great news, and the rest of us, we can use this. And someone said to me, "Do you see this as this whole thing, or as a portal?" And I think it helps to try to see it as a portal. Hopefully you're not suffering, or no one in your family is suffering, and then you can use it to find ways to be creative and maybe grow out of it. So it's no different for us in PR. We're trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. And glad to hear that both Frank and Davis are doing better. During this time, we would have been in Detroit, in New York, a couple of weeks ago, maybe celebrating yet another award for the Telluride. That must have been bittersweet, though, because I mean, the car has done fantastic, obviously, but like yet it won like another prestigious award, the World Car of the Year award, and unfortunately we were not there to see it in person.
That's right. I think it's close to 80 awards for that car right now. It's crazy. Yeah. And now the Javits Center, of course, is the world's biggest hospital. So, and that show's been delayed till the end of August, and I think that's in question. One of the things I am doing is I compile news for our executives every morning to do with coronavirus and its effect on our business and just its effect on the country. And it looks like New York is actually today, they talked about mandatory masks when you're in public. It's hard to imagine them opening up that quickly, but this country has a history of bouncing back quickly. So we'll see, we'll see what happens there. On the initiatives that Kia started, I saw the Kia Kitchen, and you were the first one, and I think wasn't another one supposed to come up like maybe today? What happened? Yes, another one is coming today. As soon as I get off this call, I'm going to push send. We had one last week as well, Teresa Matusalem, which a lot of you'll know as the woman who arranges all of our press fleet and manages our press fleet. She did one, Soulful Cookies. Today we've got a wonderful, little bit of a, what do you call it when you ruin something? Spoiler. A little spoiler, Denise Montalvan is going to do her Nicaraguan version of guacamole. Oh, great. Yeah, and she's got her little 2-year-old daughter Nova helping her out. And I just previewed one from Shamit Choksi that it's a barn burner. It's a roof raiser. It's going to be a good one. So that's one way that we're trying to reach out and our hands across this divide and talk to our media.
Yeah. So on the other part, I know that production is halted at the plants and all that. How are engineers, designers, I mean planners, and financial people can work in computers and all that? But I just can't imagine how can that work is being done for now.
Well, at home, and it's still happening. Development has not stopped. For instance, coming up here on Earth Day, we can talk about, not specifics, but we can talk about a new EV. And it's, until these things are launched, as you know, they keep getting tweaked. So it's being worked on, as well as other models that we plan to reveal this year. Work is still happening. It's happening remotely. But, we can't afford just to, well, nobody can, no business can, to just stop everything. And, just like here in PR, we're super busy. They're busy in every department. Everybody's talking about, they're just going all the time.
Yeah, I bet, and with these unknown circumstances or different circumstances, the work gets a little bit more complicated, maybe, or maybe more efficient. I don't know. I mean, I think after this, and this will pass for sure, maybe telecommuting will be more of a thing, acceptable thing for the workplace. And I guess you guys do a lot with that with Korea, right, where the company is based.
Yeah. Well, you raise an interesting point. I'm a bit of an amateur not anthropologist. Yeah, an anthropologist. I'm going to be really interested to see the effect, the social effect of the pandemic, and in terms of its relation to cars. I wonder if people's values will change. I know I heard you and Nick Miles talking last week when you guys did a virtual chat there about will car buying taste change? And, one of the big changes has been the environment. In these cities that have a lot of smog, they're finally seeing the mountains that surround them because there's no smog or car-developed smog. Yeah. And, you can't help but think or wonder if that's going to change people's values when it comes to driving. Is there going to be a bigger shift toward EVs and alternative fuel vehicles now that people see the need and force people to get over range anxiety, which I think it is legitimate in that it's there because they don't understand EVs, but it's not. I don't think it's a real thing any more than your phone running out of batteries. You learn to manage it. You just learn to manage it. But it has been a barrier to people taking on EVs. So maybe this will help push them. That's one area. I wonder if, vehicles that provide an escape to outdoors. I think a lot of people are rediscovering the outdoors. And overlanding has been a huge thing. Is this going to push more people into overlanding? It'll be interesting to see if tastes and values change because of this in the automotive space.
No, definitely. I think everything will change, and of course, the automotive industry or the automotive space will too, in a way. For now, I think everybody is it's the guessing or trying to predict what's going to happen. But the only sure thing I believe is that there's going to be change. Nobody's going to see things completely the same after this, and who knows how long it's going to take. But definitely, we're going to see change of that. But hopefully everybody will come out in a better, stronger position after all this. So thank you for taking the time. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to share for the viewers from the Kia side. I guess I don't know what you can say now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a great time to buy a car is one of the things I would say, and that's not just coming from me. There are so many great deals out there, and of course, Kia is famous for the value it provides, but now there's even more value. So if you're in the market for a vehicle, now is a really great time to buy a car. And of course, dealers are working hard with their dealerships all closed to find ways to get vehicles in the hands of consumers and provide test drives too. which is another thing that may change the way we buy cars because of this, because dealers have really become really innovative, and I just encourage people to take opportunity if they have the means and they are in the market. And of course, a Kia, I mean, come on, what else?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I guess there's a lot of information in the Kia USA website, right, for all consumers to check out what's going on with the company.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Neil, thank you very much, and hope to see you in person really soon. Nobody knows when that's going to be, but hopefully much sooner than later.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've missed you.
Thank you. Me too.
I'll see you.
Bye. Have a great quarantine.
Yeah, you too. Keep your hands clean.
Bye.